I found a way into Lab X3. Marker coordinates sent.
You are oddly cooperative. No haggling, no fuss. I take it you didn't find the Klondike then?
Depends. Whatever you're looking for, it might be there. But taking it with you is a whole different story. Unless you grab the T installation too. Your Oasis is nothing but a mirage. And I shut it down anyway.
No, I see. But let's keep it quiet. No need for anyone else to know, you dig? Like I told you before, the way to the Oasis is worth a pretty kopika. You have earned your reward.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? So, it has been a good long while since I've made a video, and it's a good reason for that. I've finally taken some time to play some games I wanted to play for a while and actually finish them. I've had a hard time concentrating on single games and just finishing them. Been sort of trying to bust out videos and really taking some of the enjoyment out of playing games, and the whole reason that been doing the YouTube thing, to sort of get the creative juices flowing. So we're in the zone, and say what you want about this game. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I probably have like about 100 hours in the game. I've only gone through the campaign once, did like all the side quests I could manage to find. I probably will play it again, but I am definitely going to play it with mods. There's a decent amount of mods out for it, and I'm definitely going to shut off all this UI stuff. It's useful. It makes the game quite a bit more accessible than the original games, but sort of takes away from the immersion. But speaking of immersion, I don't think I've ever felt like I was in a world quite more than I felt in this game. Like, it does a pretty good job of making you feel like you're alone. And yeah, I mean, it's got its issues. The AI is can be annoying with things like spawning randomly behind you after you've walked past. It's not like the old games that sort of like have NPCs just in the game everywhere, and you kind of stumble across them and things happen. I hope they keep working on it. To be fair, the older games are quite old and they had their own issues. A lot of people like to wax nostalgic about those things. I think they look through them through rose-colored lenses sometimes, because the gunplay in those older games was atrocious, and it probably wasn't the best thing in the world, even for games during that time. But anyway, I just want to take some time and talk to you guys, and let me know what you've been playing. I recently finished Final Fantasy 16 PC port. Absolutely epic game. Definitely misses on sort of combat engagement. It's very simple. The fights, though, were amazingly epic, and the story was fantastic. I enjoyed that quite a bit. I've been playing Black Myth Wukong. The hype is well deserved on that one. That's absolutely 10 out of 10 game. Some people call it Souls-like. It's more like a boss rush action combat game. The Souls-like thing is a bit overplayed. I don't think it's like a Souls-like at all. The fights are quite a bit easier so far. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The whole story is pretty awesome too, and the characters are great. Love the design of the game, and get all the special abilities and stuff. Makes you pretty powerful. It's pretty awesome. PoE 2 just came out with a new patch. It's not great. I've been playing Huntress, experimenting with that, trying to bleed build. Probably gonna do some Icy Twister type build. What's the other one? The lightning spear seems to be pretty powerful, so we'll try probably 3 Huntress builds, see how that goes. But yeah, so I don't know, I just want to talk about, you know, being busy and getting back to understanding why I've been playing games, why I've finally gotten into a rhythm of like playing a game all the way through and enjoying it, and not just trying to force myself to finish something that I may or may not really be into, just for the sake of creating a video. But yeah, that's, I don't know how long this is gonna be. I'm gonna ramble. This is not scripted, but I did have some thoughts, and I wanted to explore those thoughts. I'm probably gonna stumble on my words quite a bit because I thought I had it in my head, but now I don't. And that seems pretty typical of how I do things here. But I mean, let's talk about Stalker, right? So since we're in it, you know, we're in the zone, we're running around. I have to say there was probably only one fight that was frustrating for me, and that was the what was that? The guy who zips around. He's the what is his name? He's one of the monolith guys. He's like their priest or whatever. Shoot, I can't think of his name now. Even while you're watching me play this game, where he like divides himself up into a bunch of different dudes. Man, that fight was obnoxious. Couldn't stand it. But other than that, fairly easy game. If you have never played a Stalker game, I actually don't recommend you play the first ones if you've never played the Stalker games before, because you're gonna probably come away with this game's really old, and it feels old. So if you can run this game, it's not well optimized whatsoever. I'm probably running on I think I'm running on high details with a 3080, and I've got, I think, DLSS quality on, and there's probably some frame gen here too. Otherwise, it just probably wouldn't run as well as I'd want it to. But it runs well enough. I tried playing this with a 1080, and it wasn't happening. It looked terrible. I could barely make out like anomalies. It's just awful. So yeah, if you got something less than a, 3080, I mean, Godspeed to you. I mean, I hope you're enjoying it, or at least trying to. But man, games these days, man, they're not doing wonders with the optimization. I think it's the Unreal Engine 5 thing. Like, everyone keeps toting, oh, check out Unreal Engine 5. I think it's got potential. It just, there's a lot of things that it doesn't seem to do well. And I'm talking out of my ass here. I am not a game developer. I have no idea what it takes to make a game. I can only really go off of my nearly always online presence as far as watching videos about it, as those things tend to go. Terminally online, that's the phrase I was looking for. Yeah, I'm not say I am terminally online, but I do take in a lot of content on the old YouTube surrounding games. Man, lost my train of thought. I'm gonna have to start over again. I should have scripted this. You know what? I'm not gonna script it. You guys are just hanging out with me. We're walking through the zone. This is what you do, right? When you're in the zone, you're just walking around with your own thoughts, right? It's like a sign of going crazy. I think there's a bomb in here. I think we're about to have a bad day. Do all this work cutting it up. Could have just gone out under it. Yeah, you see that line that I'm totally not paying attention to? Yep. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I didn't even see it. We'll heal up. Have you guys played Stalker? I'm curious to know. I would suggest that if you don't feel like buying any of the games, you can get Stalker Gamma in the mods. It's basically a combination of all three of the old games, and it's free somehow. You don't actually need to own the original games, as far as I understand it, to play Stalker Gamma. So it's kind of an interesting way to play it. You can crank up the details, and I'm gonna tell you, if you've got a decent computer, it looks almost as good as this. I went back through in some of the familiar areas in here versus Stalker Anomaly, and I'm telling you, well, it's not a one for one. The graphics are pretty impressive. The modders have done an outstanding job with the original games, so I think that's the way you want to experience it. The story doesn't quite track the same, so if you want to play the original story, I mean, you'd have to pick up the games. They're on sale. They're on sale on Steam all the time. You can get them for like $7, $8, $9, I think. And I don't know what they are right now, but they're not super expensive games to get on Steam. No, yeah, that's another thing with Stalker 2. Is there are lots of quiet loneliness mixed in with heart-pounding fear of dying. And not so much in situations like this in like the open world, but when you like go down inside of like abandoned buildings and everything is dark, it'll get your heart pumping for sure. I think that's what this game does well, is the erratic pacing. It's not boring, but you can just sort of be walking along and nothing's happening, and then all of a sudden you're in a fight for your life. And I think that's what makes it immersive, because if you're in an abandoned, wasteland, so to speak, you'd imagine it to be quite isolating. This game does a pretty good job of that, I think. Yeah, no idea where this guy's at. This is one thing I'll tell you about Stalker 2, is that AI will not come up and get you. So you can stay there forever, and they're just going to wait for you to come down and attack you. But they also won't make themselves, like, visible to you unless you come down and fight them either. Same with the chimeras. Like, if you're trying to, like, hide where it can't get you, it's kind of difficult to do that. You gotta, like, drop down, let it come after you, jump up so you don't get hit. I think I've spent probably, of the 100 hours in this game, there's probably like 20 or 30 of those hours of just me walking around, looking at stuff, finding things, getting lost, seeing where I can't go. They tend to, the radiation sort of like keeps you enclosed in certain areas until the story like progresses, and then you can go more areas. It's kind of a neat way to do it, I guess. Sort of a little bit gatekeeping. But then there's also some areas that like you just absolutely can't go through because the radiation is so high you'll die. And I think that's only happened to me once or twice. I just wasn't paying attention to how much radiation I was taking on, and I think I've died from radiation twice. Got small doses. And the other thing too that I hope they fix, I don't know if there's a mod for this, is the durability of the gun. I mean, my gun's out in the rain, and by the time I get through a certain mission and I can do like a town, I'm gonna have to spend $8,000 repairing my rifle. Rupees? I don't know. Credits? yeah, credits. It's a little ridiculous. I think the durability and the cost for things is really the only limiting factor in this game. And I think there's probably better ways to do that. AI. Yeah, the AI could be better for sure. You can also make it more difficult on yourself. Taking all the indicators off is definitely something I'm going to be doing. But to the other thought, right? The completing the games. I think it's important. If you're finding yourself like jumping around games a lot, you just need to, like, I don't know, if you, some sort of like, what's the blinders, horse blinders. So what I do is I'll put a few games in my favorites list on Steam, and I'll hide everything else, and I won't go back through my backlog or anything else, or even look at things to buy or pick up until I've completed a few games. You know, because at this point, games are becoming a luxury, and unless you're waiting for a Steam sale or you're picking up a lot of indie games, you know, the big players of AA, the AAA guys are $60, $70, $80 Nintendo. That's crazy, man. Like, I know that games have been $60 for a long time, but I think video games has always been something that you could casually enjoy and not have to spend a ton of money to do it. Ooh. That was scary. And so, you know, you don't know what you're going to get for your money. So if you're dropping $60, it's quite a gamble whether you're going to like it or not, you know? So I think a lot of people just hold off, and, you know, developers, publishers, gaming industry CEOs got to understand that. I don't think they will. I mean, with microtransactions and people keep buying them, they're gonna continue to push on what the market's gonna bear, and it's unfortunate that things are going that way. It just means that it's gonna be even longer before I get to some of these games.
Just lugging him back, and you wanted to search the clearing too?
Calm down. He saved your life 6 months ago. We couldn't just leave him behind.
Dead folks don't give a fuck where they rest. But I do. I mean, who could do this to a human being?
I know who. It's those mercenaries. They were looking for the doctor, and they found Gray instead.
Bullshit. Mercs wouldn't do something like this.
People ain't mutants. They're capable of anything. Now hush. I've got to figure out what mold Gray like that. Maybe then we can hunt the fuckers down. Sorry, Lona. Not a good time. We're not open for business right now.
So why don't you get the fuck out of here? And shut the door on your way out.
We're not open for business, but we can chat. Keep it short. You can see what's going on here.
Who did him in?
I wish I knew. 2 of our guys went on a job for McLuhan. We found one of them close by, like this. It might be those mercs that just showed up here. Hell knows what they're up to.
Now, mercs are all right. They get their pay, they do their thing. But, Gray, someone went out of their way to make him suffer. Cutting him off real slow.
I'm looking for the doctor. I heard you might know where to find him.
You too? Are you working with the mercs, you son of a bitch? Answer me!
Put the gun down. Now. And you, Loner. Why are you so interested in the doctor?
I'm looking for Strelok. The doctor knows where to find him.
I don't know why you need Strelok, but finding the doctor ain't exactly a walk in the park either. No one knows where the doctor lives. All we know is he helps the wounded, both human and mutant. He saved my life some 5 years ago.
Why didn't your buddy, the doctor, step in for Gray, huh? Too busy stitching a tentacle back to a bloodsucker's ass. Or are we hunters worse than mutants?
If he didn't help, he couldn't. Or didn't want to. Or maybe the mercs got to him first.
Are these mercs looking for the doctor, too?
They swung by the other day, asking where the doctor was at, where he was last seen. Throwing money around, so I told them as much as I could. If I'd known what would come of it, I'd have shut my fucking trap, as Hornet would say.
Tell me more about the doctor.
Want me to do a little dance for you while I'm at it? Everybody's got questions about him. First the mercs, now the loners.
It can get much worse. The doctor is a legend around here. Nobody really knows where he's holed up. But if you're injured, he'll track you down and lend a hand. Well, at least he used to.
I'm telling you, it was the doctor. We've been hunting his pets. That's why he came after us.
You're an idiot, Hornet. The doctor saved my ass once. And I've been in the hunting business around here for a solid decade.
What are you guys doing here, anyway?
Breeding flesh's first stew. We're hunting, what else? We can't all go anomaly diving and playing detective. Sometimes scientists cut us a check for some mutants, or freedom tosses us a job. Life's pretty decent here. Or at least it used to be. I used to feel at home in these woods. But now, it's like I'm locked up all over again. Like that one time back in Garbage. Enemies everywhere, nowhere to run.
Well, find them.
Or they'll find us first. Just like Gray.
So you've seen the doctor?
Just like I see right now. Except I had a hole in my gut, so the memory's a little hazy. I saw a shadowy figure, and then I woke up in the clearing. My wound was all cleaned and patched up. And my radio was even charged. The guy said I was missing for a week. So don't pay attention to Hornet. The doctor never hurt anyone. He's all about helping folks.
So where should I start looking for him?
Ray was gonna stake out a place where the doctor was spotted before. It was a while ago, but I don't have any other leads. If it was those mercs, maybe they left something behind.
That's why you've been chattering away for 2 hours straight? Huh? You're thinking of sending a loner to snoop around the clearing?
You're after the doctor, Stalker, and I'm looking for the bastards who did Gray in. Why don't we lend each other a hand?
Don't listen to him, loner. Two fellas took on the Clueless job. Gray and a new guy. You can see what's left of him. Something's fishy. If you go after them, you might not make it back out.
Thanks for the help. And the heads up.
If those mercs were behind it, watch your step out there. And if it wasn't them, be even more careful.
Better yet, get out of here while you still can. Before it gets worse.
Oh man. So, what were we talking about? Stalker game? Oh, yeah. We were talking about Stalker game. We also were talking about gaming in general. And that kind of led me to sort of just chilling and playing games and doing the recordings, right? So I know I've said that probably like 3 or 4 times now. Like I said, not scripted. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to do a script, maybe tell a story. And I feel like Stalker Gamma, Stalker 2, lends itself well to that. There are a few content creators that do a phenomenal job of telling stories and setting things up, and you know, draw some inspiration from those guys. Oh, here we go. These things, man, what a pain in the butt these things are. Anyway, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find games that allow me to sort of tell a story, let me rant like this, and just, you know, do my own thing instead of trying to do what other people are doing, because what was the fun in that, right? This motherfucker. Let's go. Yep, no. Should probably not hit fire. Yeah, oh, yeah, here we go. I don't know what these things are called. Call them cats. They're such a pain. Where is he?
know you're here somewhere.
Yeah, we're here somewhere. They're like mimic other people or something. I think the best way to get these guys, or any like of the mutants, shotguns for sure, because I'm clearly not aiming well. Got him. There. Whew. I'm not even playing right now. I got my heart pumping. Oh yeah, deserved that drink. Holy cow. Always bleeding. Now where are we going? Oh, I think we're going after those mercs now. These guys all have exosuits. I got an exosuit.
We got that scumbag. Did anyone catch where he went? I'll forward in the coordinates to the client. Watch my back. Commander, there's someone else trying to flank us. Take them all down. Must be a grateful patient coming to the rescue.
Yep. Here we go. Guys, oh. Yeah, if you go against these guys with exosuits, you gotta hit them in the head. Don't mind if I do. Work up quite the appetite when you're fighting. Use that anomaly as a backdrop. Just sort of let them come out to me. Now, if the AI was a little bit smarter, they'd start trying to come around and outflank me, but they just keep coming out from the front here. Easy money. Yeah, they're throwing them on the other side. They're not quite making it past the wall. I will say one thing that I don't like about the AI either is that they can sniper you from anywhere with anything. I was up in cover in the there's like a building, a really tall building that's like on like stilts in the dark, undercover, and I was getting sniped with a shotgun. And there's no way they saw me. But they were just like laser beamed onto me. That's probably the second most frustrating thing about this game, is that every NPC is a sniper. They're also really dumb. Oh, you gotta use that to your advantage, I guess. He's done. Ow. Yeah, he should have been dead with that one shot. Oh man. Alright. Well, I think we got most of them. Do a little looting here. After we get this, I think there's one more we gotta find. Oh, nope. Another group. Got him. You're not moving into position. I don't even know where they're throwing that. Alright, got him. Yeah, see the indicator? Like the little red and the skull and all that? I'm gonna do another round of this. I'm gonna take all that stuff off. It definitely made it easier, I'll tell you that. But kind of kills the immersion a little bit. Of course, there have been some fights where because they sort of spawn out of nowhere, has been very helpful. Sometimes you can't see them. They can see you though. Yeah. All right. So it's still indicating that there's somebody there. They're no longer a threat, but they're definitely still alive. All right. Let's pick up some gear.
I'm hit.
Let's go find this guy.
help.
I think he's up top. It's not around the bulldozer. Yeah, I think that's that guy I threw like 6 rounds at and hit 3 times. Easy money right here. I think they didn't need to use the yellow paint. Seems a little unnecessary. Sorry, guy. Yep. Can't abide that. Finally found him. You want to know where the doctor is? He's in that bubble. And you have to go down into this valley. If you go to the right here on that cliff, you will get murdered by radiation for whatever reason. There's a ton of radiation there. But hey guys, I'm going to try and be a little bit more consistent. Like maybe at least once a month, maybe every couple of weeks I put out a video. And hopefully I can put together like something a little more scripted, a little more on point. And if you've got ideas, I'm all for it. I'm looking to explore all means of creativity in the gaming space. If there's something you're not seeing in the YouTube gaming world or something you really like, let me know. I'm all ears. I'm here to get creative. Thanks for watching, guys. Really do appreciate it. And check out the other videos I got going on. I'm still working on it, trying to figure it out. Take it easy, guys.